In this video lecture, I am going to discuss about the concept regarding to the inverted index. As part of the indexing concept, this is the one of the very popular and very important topic in the indexing concepts. As part of the inverted index, we are going to cover the following contents as follows. So first of all, we are going to see the introduction to the inverted indexing and documents and counts, positions, fields and extents, scores and ordering. So these are all the different topics we are going to cover as part of the inverted index. So if you see here, the first topic is about the introduction to the inverted index and the documents, how the documents are arranged and how the inverted indexes are assigned with the documents, and what is the count and what is the importance of the count, and positions and what is the position and what is the importance of the position and how the positions will work, and the next fields and extents, fields and the extents, and then after we are going to discuss about the scores, and finally ordering. So these are all the different concepts we are going to cover as part of the inverted indexing. Now we will see one by one as follows. So first of all, we'll try to understand what is inverted index and its importance. If you see here, most probably all the modern search engines indexes are based on the inverted indexes. All the modern search engines are going to use and using one of the popular indexing concept. It is about the inverted index. We will see why it is very important. There are also so many other indexes available before to the inverted index. We can name them as the signature files. If you see here, other index structures have been used in the past, most notably signature files. That's what this is the one of the indexing concepts or the data structures used before for the inverted indexing. This is like the fingerprints as we discussed in the previous concepts. So that seems to be like the fingerprints concept, but inverted indexes are considered the most efficient and flexible indexing structure. It is when compared with the signature files, this inverted index is more efficient and also flexible index structure. So as part of this, we can come to know that most of the modern search engines are using the inverted indexing, and in the past we used signature files as the data structures for the purpose of the indexing, and when you compared with the inverted indexing with signature files, inverted indexing is efficient and flexible index structures. So this is about the introduction, and if we go some more details about the inverted indexing, we will come to know what it is exactly. Here we are going to compare this inverted indexing with one of the example we are regularly using. So we are all familiar with the books. If you observe the book, we are going to compare the books and the pages present in the books with the inverted indexing. We try to understand in a detailed manner. An inverted index is the computational equivalent of index found in the back side of the textbook. So this is the one of the indexing we are generally observing as part of our textbook backside. So we know that textbook consisting of the indexing at the front and also at the back. So if you see, the first one is a best example for the indexing. At the starting of the book you will be having the indexing, that's index. When you go with this at the last also, the book consisting of the indexes, that index we are simply calling it as a inverted index. So here, computational equivalent of the index found in the back side of the textbook. That's what we are simply calling it as inverted index. And in the book, if you observe, the book index is arranged in alphabetical order. This is a very important one. So when you see the book index, that's what clearly arranged in the alphabetical order by index terms. by the index terms, they are all arranged in the alphabetical order. Each index term is followed by the list of pages about that word. So the index term, if you observe here, index term is followed by a list of pages about that word. So what are the list of pages about that word will be followed. So here if you observe, for example, fish, if it is present in the number 23rd and 49 and 86, these are all the different pages available this fish word. So here the index term, each index term is followed by the list of pages about that word, list of pages about that word. And if you go some more details into the inverted index, we'll come to find here an inverted index is organized by the index term. So just now we have seen that entire inverted index is organized by the index terms, and the index is inverted. We are calling this one as an inverted. Why we are calling this index as the inverted? If you try to understand, here I am going to explain. The index is inverted because usually we think of words being part of documents. Actually we know that words being part of the documents, generally this is the thing we observe generally. So what words being a part of the documents, but if we invert that idea, how it will change? If we invert this idea, documents are associated with the words. So that's what this is simply calling it as a inverted index. Generally we think of that words being a part of the documents, words being the part of the documents. But if we invert this idea, what is going to happen is documents are associated with words. Documents are associated with the words. So this is what we are simply calling it as a inverted index. And if you see some more details, index terms are often alphabetized like a traditional book index. So this is what already we know that, but they need not to be, since they are often found directly using a hash table. So here if you observe this point, you come to find one of the very important point. Index terms are often alphabetized like a traditional book index. So you know that as traditional indexing, so these are all the index terms are arranged, but they need not to be. So there is no necessity of that one. Here, since they are often found directly using a hash table, if you can use the concept of the hash table, you can directly find the index terms. And if you go with some more details about it, each index term has its own inverted list. Each index term, so we know that index terms are there. Index term has its own inverted list that holds the relevant data for that item. So what it holds? The relevant data for that item. If you see this point once again, each index term has its own inverted list. It is having its own inverted list that holds the relevant data for that term. The relevant data for that term is associated. So this is about inverted indexing, and we are comparing this one, and we are just justifying that why it is calling it as a inverted, and how we are comparing this one, and what is the importance of the hash table as part of the finding it. And here if you observe here in this slide, we are going to find some of the technical terminology about the indexing terms and the inverted indexing. If an index for the book, the relevant data is list of page numbers. As I shown you in the first slide, I told you that in an index for the book, if you observe the index for the book, the relevant data is list of page numbers. If you observe in a search engine, the data is might to be list of documents. So if you observe this one in the search engine, it might be a list of documents, it might be a list of documents or list of word occurrences. So here try to remember, as part of the search engine, the data might be list of documents or list of word occurrences, list of documents or list of word occurrences. So you know that there are number of documents are there, so that may be the documents or number of word occurrences. And here each list entry is called posting. Each list entry is called posting. Remember this word, we are just using the technical terminology. Each list entry is called posting. For example, if you consider a document, that document consisting of for example, if you consider a document that consisting of lot of textual information there, this is all the textual information. So it is consisting of number of sentences. Each and every sentence is consisting of number of words, and whenever it is going to form the inverted index, if you observe here, for example, the document consisting of the words like fish, if this word has occurred in which document, it is present in the document 1. We are simply calling it as a posting. So here if you observe, each list entry is called posting, and the part of the posting that refers to specific document, if it refers to the specific document or location, is often called as pointer. We are calling it as a pointer. If you see this point once again, each list entry, there are number of entries are there, each list entry we are simply calling it as a posting, and the part of the posting that refers to the specific document, or location is often called as a pointer, So here the entire thing we are calling it as a posting, and the post of that posting that refers the part of the posting that refers to the specific document or location is often called a pointer, And if you see the last point about inverted indexing, each document in the collection is given by a unique number. So we know that each document, so each and every document having its own unique number to make it efficient for sorting the document pointers. For the sorting purpose of the pointers, each and every document has assigned with the unique numbers. So each and every document has assigned with the unique numbers. As part of this one, if you observe, in an index for the book, the relevant data is a list of page numbers. And one more point, you observed that in search engine the data might be list of documents or a list of word occurrences, and the list entry is called as posting, and the part of the posting that refers to the specific document or location is often called a pointer, right? And if we go in detail explanation about inverted indexing, we'll come to find with one of the best example. If you observe here in this slide, you are able to find one of the example collection. So here there is one S1, and we can consider it as a sentence 1 or a one document, or this is the sentence 2 and sentence 3 or the sentence 4. We are imagining that there are 4 sentences or the 4 documents. You remember, I am using the word 4 sentences or 4 documents. So if you observe the document S1, document S2, document S3, document S4, 4 documents are there. If you imagine that one as the sentences, sentence S1, sentence S2, sentence S3 and sentence sentence S4. So I will use both the terminology. You do not confuse with the words. So either you can consider it as a document 1 or sentence 1, either document 2 or sentence 2, like that. Here, if you observe in this example, we imagine that these are all the 4 different documents. So this is the document 1, and the document 1 consisting of the textual information like this. So the textual information is as follows: tropical fish include fish found in tropical environments around the world, including both the freshwater and the saltwater species. And the sentence 2 or document 2 is consisting of another textual information, and document 3 or sentence 3 consisting of another textual, and the document 4 is also having some textual information. If you observe 4 sentences from the Wikipedia entry for the tropical fish. For the word tropical fish, you will be having 4 sentences or the 4 documents. 4 sentences or the 4 documents you will be having. Now we will try to understand the how we are going to construct the inverted indexing with the counts and also the positions and different sort of information, and how we are going to consider is all the things. So if we go in detailed explanation about the one by one, step by step process, you will come to find in a very clear way that this is the first one. You try to understand simple inverted index. Simple inverted index. If you observe here, here are the documents. So I represented the same what I have shown you in the previous one. So here you will be having sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence 3 and sentence 4, or document 1, document 2, document 3 and document 4 will be having different documents, and different sentences. If you observe here, a simple inverted index. So with the counts, simple inverted indexing with the counts, as I already shown you that what are the different topics we are going to discuss here. So if you observe in this slide, what you are going to understand, try to understand this diagram once I'll give the time to you for understanding. So here are the 4 documents: document 1, document 2, document 3 and document 4. And what are all these representing about? What are all these representing about? I hope you are understanding. Here this is the sentence 1 or document 1, sentence 2 or document 2, sentence 3 or document 3, sentence 4, right? So here what you are observing, what is this word and? Are they parts of these documents or sentences or not? Yes, obviously. If you observe here, it is following a alphabetical order. So all the words are represented in the alphabetical order. So this is the first point I hope you observed. Am I correct? Yes. If you observe here, this is the 4 sentences or the 4 documents consisting of number of individual words. When you observe all the individual words, all the words has arranged in the alphabetical order. So this is the first point you have to observe here. All the documents consisting of the different textual information consisting of number of words, all the number of words are identified and they are all arranged in a alphabetical order, that is followed by the document number. If you observe here, and followed by 1, what it is indicating? So that posting is assigned with the document 1. Document 1. If you observe here, where is and? Yes, here is the and. Here is the and. So that is present in the document 1 or the sentence 1. Next, observe aquarium. That you can found at document 3 or the sentence 3, where it is aquarium. So here it is the aquarium. You are able to find aquarium. Now we will see about 2 particular words: tropical fish. So tropical fish. Now observe fish. So where is the word fish? Yes, here it is, fish. Fish is present in how many documents and what are the document numbers are there? So 1. first document. So fish is present in the first document or the first sentence, and also it is also available in the second document even. So where is the second document? Yes, in the second document it is also available here. And third document, third, where is the third? So here you are able to find fish, but here we are not thinking about how many times it has occurred. We are just considering whether the document consisting of that particular word or not. If you observe here, fourth document is also consisting of the fish word. So here are the all the documents consisting of the fish. So if you observe in the fish, in the first document, fish is available here, and one more time you will be having like that you have the particular words in the particular documents you are able to find that what it is indicating, the term followed by the document number. If you observe in the case of the tropical, what you are able to identify, this will be present in the document 1, tropical, where it is. Yes, tropical 1, and second one in the second also will be having tropical, and here also. So we are not thinking about how many times it has repeated, just we are taking that which document that word is present. So documents are associated with the word. This is the concept you always remember when you're thinking about this concept, inverted indexing. So the index terms followed by the different page numbers accordingly. So here tropical, what is about the tropical? First, second and third. Third one is also, it is available where it is tropical. Yes, and if you observe in the fourth document, is the tropical? No tropical word present here. So that's why you mentioned only 1, 2 and 3. So just here index term followed by the document number, different postings are available here, right? If you go some more details about it, if you observe the same textual information and the documents, the same documents, you are able to find the other information here. So inverted index with counts. In the previous case, just we only consider the in which document the particular index term has occurred or present. But here when you observe, you are able to find the counts. You are able to find the counts. Now we can identify that and is here, and this is simply representing the document number followed by the count, how many times the count has occurred. If you observe here, take the time for identifying. So observe the first document whether and is present or not. You will find, yes, at last you are able to find and. How many times it has repeated? Only one time. That is indicating very clearly that. So here you will be having and only one time. And next, if you observe aquarium, so which is present in the third document and one time only. Third document, where is the third document? So this is the third document or the third sentence. So aquarium, how many times it is repeated? Only one time. Now if you observe the word fish and tropical, so you can have the same process for the remaining words also. If you observe the fish here, in the first document, how many times it is repeated? 2 times. Check it once. Yes, fish is here once and it is repeated in the second time, first and second time. So that is what indicating how many times it is repeated. So in the second document, how many times? 3 times. In the second document or the second sentence, you are able to find the word first time and second time, and this is the third time. So the count is indicating 3 times. Like this, third document consisting of 2 times and fourth document consisting of the 2 times. So that's an obvious one. And next one is tropical. If you try to observe the tropical, the first document consisting of the 2 times we will found. So here tropical is here first time, and another tropical, yes, here it is 2 times. So here tropical 2 times has repeated, and next second document, it is consisting of the 2 times. Tropical second document, this is the first time, and another one tropical is the second time. 2 times it is repeated. The third document is also consisting of 1 time. So this is the way what we follow here. So inverted index with the counts, the particular document or the particular sentence consisting of that particular word, how many number of times. So that is indicating, and which it is it supports the better ranking algorithms. So which is general hint information that which supports the better ranking algorithms. So this is about the inverted index with the counts. 6. So at the 6th position the tropical is available, and 2, 17, 3, 1 in the second document, 17th position in third document, and at the first position. So the tropical are available. So here is the tropical and here is the tropical, right? So the positions of the tropical has identified, and in the same way try to identify the fish also. Fish. So the first document consisting of the word fish at the second position, where it is. So first document or the first sentence, it is consisting of the fish at the second position. So the first document followed by the position, and next first document followed by the fourth position, where it is first 1, 2, 3, 4. At the fourth position will be having the fish, right? Next second document at seventh position, second document. So this is the second document or the sentence 2 at the seventh position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here it is at the seventh position, Next second document at the 18th position, second document. Where is the second document? Here it is at the 18th position. So that may be here, this is the one, fish, like that. You'll be having second document 23rd position, you'll be having the fish here, and third document at the second position, third document at the second position. So from this you are understanding that the document number that is followed by the position. So here this is the inverted index with the positions, which supports the proximity matches. We will see that what is the proximity match and how it is going to match with the first and second documents and with the following words. So this is about inverted indexing with the positions, which supports proximity matches. And if you observe here, the proximity matches, matching phrases or words within a window. So that's what matching phrases or words within a window. For example, if you can consider the word tropical fish, tropical fish. This is what one entire phrase we can call, and this is one phrase. If we can call entire one as that one, so that an entire phrase, so it is the tropical and it is the fish. So they are the two words, the first word and the second word. And if you try to observe the proximity matches, matching phrases or words within a window, within the one window you want to match. So for the particular word, what is the particular word? You are using tropical fish, tropical fish. If you observe here, word positions in inverted lists make these types of query features efficient. So here word positions in the inverted index make these types of query features very efficient, as you will be having 2 words, 3 words as a phrase you are going to compare, as the words you are going to compare. So this is very efficient with the word positions in the inverted index to make these types of the query features efficient. So for example, if you observe here the word tropical, observe. So these are all the different positions are mentioned. So tropical is present at first document at the first position, so that is what it is represented very clearly. And the first document again consisting of at the 7th position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at the 7th position it is here, that is what it is representing, 1, 7. Next second document consisting of at the 6th position, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here you are able to identify, you are able to observe that tropical is present at which position? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the 6th position you will be having tropical, and at the 17th position third document. And if you observe here, fish, the word fish is present in the first document second position, first document second position, and first document fourth position is also it is available, and second document at which position, seventh position it is available. Now we will check that if you try to find the one particular phrase, that is what the tropical fish. If you observe here, I hope you understand it already. The tropical, which is at the first document consisting of the first position, and the fish is present at the first document at the second position. Now whenever it is going to search the document, the phrase tropical fish found or not, yes, in the first position tropical is there, and in the second position fish is there. What you are searching for? You are searching for the tropical fish. So observe here you will be having the first word as the tropical and the second word as the fish. So the following of the document positions within the one window, if you observe, so 1 1, that is followed by 1 2. In the first two positions you are able to observe. And next here is only 1 4, there is no previous one, so you do not find the phrase tropical fish. Once again, if you observe the 1 7, so there is no fish in the present in the particular position and after the position. So if you observe here tropical, once again in the 2 6, second document 6th position. So observe here, second document 6th position, what it is? Tropical, and that is immediately followed by the second document 7th position. What is the word? Fish. So here again you are going to find the particular phrase from the document or the sentence as the tropical fish. So here you are going to match the phrases or the words within the window for the particular word tropical fish. And next one about fields. So this is about the fields. So field, you just remember the word title or heading. Field, just remember the word title or the heading. Now if we can go into the details of the fields, we'll try to get the more clarity about it. We know that the real documents, so if we are talking about the documents consisting of a lot of textual information than the index terms generally. So real documents are not just a list of words, they are not just a list of words, they are having sentences and paragraphs that separate concepts into logical units. If you observe the documents consisting of a lot of sentences, number of sentences and paragraphs and different concepts, they will be arranged into the different logical parts. And some documents have titles and headings. Some of the documents, if you observe, they are having some titles and the headings. Some of the documents having the titles and headings that provide short summaries of the rest of the content. So if you observe, the document may consisting of the title or the heading that gives the picture about what the text consisting of, or what it internally consisting of. We're talking about the inverted indexing. When you see the title, we can come to know that so this is the concept about the indexes and some sort of inversion is going there. So this is the concept about. When you see the title, you can come to understand what the summary of the document or the remaining content. For example, every email contains sender information. So we know that we are all familiar with the email usage, and whenever you will be having your Gmail, so that if you receive the email, you will be having the sender information. If you send the email to someone, so then you will be having the sender information and you will be having the receiver information. So here if you send or email, if you are having the email that contains the sender information, who has sent to you, and subject line. So if anybody is sending mail to us, they will attach the subject accordingly, they will follow, they will forward. If they forward, that consisting of the sender information, who has sent, and what is the subject we will be having. And here all of these are instances of what we will call document fields. So observe, this is the word we are discussing about. So all of these instances, so these are all the different instances of what we will call the document fields. We are calling them as the document fields. So which are sections of the document? They are all the different sections of the document that carry some kind of semantic meaning. They are carrying some kind of semantic. So semantic is about so the meaning related information. Semantic is nothing but the meaning. Semantic meaning it is having. So here all of these instances. So for example, email contains the sender information and the subject line. So all of these instances we will call them as the document fields, which are the sections of the documents that carry kind of semantic meaning. And if you can continue the previous case with one example. For example, suppose you have a professor. You have a professor, Dr. Brown. You have a professor, name that person as the Dr. Brown. Dr. Brown sent you an email. He has sent an email to you about when course projects are due. When the course projects are due, you have received a mail from the Dr. Brown, but whenever you are trying to find that mail, you are unable to find that mail what you have received from the particular person. Now what you are doing is you are trying to find that one. In that case, you will try to search the information about the particular person, Dr. Brown. Here you can type the Brown into your email program's search box. In the email search box, you will try to provide the word Brown, but the results you want will be mixed in other uses of the word Brown. So the results you are able to retrieve with the other usages, because you just search in the mail search box with the word Brown, the associated words and associated information about the Brown, such as Brown University or brown socks. So for example, you imagine, so you retrieved the information like Brown University or brown socks. In the another case, if you observe the another case, a search for Brown, in the from. So you'll be having from, to, from. If you are searching in a particular manner, then in the from line of email will focus your search on exactly what you want. So whenever you go with a search for the Brown, in the front, in the from line of the email will focus on your search on exactly what you want. It focus on exactly what you want. So it is about the more information you will be able to find about the fields. So here you are able to search the information which has sent by the Brown, but you are unable to find. At the time you are able to find with the mail search box, then you can get the information with a different sort of words associated with your search word. But when you can go with the from particularly, you are able to retrieve exactly what you want with the field names. And here field information is useful. When it is useful, field information is useful even when it is not used explicitly in the query. So you remember, this is the one of the important point you have to remember. Field information, the field information is useful even when it is not used explicitly in the query. When it is not explicitly in the query, this field information is useful. Here if you observe, titles and headings. Titles and headings tend to be a good summaries of the rest of the document. If you observe here, titles and headings are the summary of the rest of the document. Here if you observe, one more point you are going to identify about this one. Here if a user searches for tropical fish, if the user is trying to search for the word tropical fish, it makes sense to prefer the document with the title tropical fish. Generally, whenever you are trying to search for the particular word tropical fish, generally where it can search, it will search the particular documents consisting of the particular title tropical fish. Even if a document entitled Mauritius, when the document entitled with the Mauritius mentions the words tropical and fish more often. So here some of the titles, even though the title is different, that is referring the particular words present in the web search query. So that is the what intention I want to mention in this particular point. So even though that is not related with the particular one, but related semantic meaning, with that it is going to search for the particular title, accordingly it is going to identify the particular words. So this is about the fields, and this is about extents. We'll try to understand what is extent. What is extent? If you observe the extent, it is the definition of the extent. Extent is a contiguous region of the document. So this is the definition you are able to understand. Extent is a contiguous region of a document. It is the contiguous region of a document. It is simply the definition of the extent. So the word itself having the meaning extent will be having contiguous region. Contiguous region. We can represent these extents using word positions. So as already seen that how we are going to represent the inverted indexes with the word positions. So that's what we already discussed, and we are going to represent these extents using the word positions. For example, how? For example, if the title of the book started on the fifth word, so the title, so the title is starts as the word at the fifth and just ends before the ninth word. So starts at the word fifth and ends before the word. We could encode that as 5,9. We could encode that one as the 5,9. Starts at the word fifth and end before the ninth word. We are encoding this one as the 5,9. If you observe the example here, so aligning posting lists for fish, aligning posting list for the fish, and title to find the matches of the word fish, and the title to find the matches of the word fish in the title field of a document. In the title field of a document, here aligning posting list, you are aligning the posting list for the fish, and title to find matches of the word in the title field of a document. In the title field of a document, observe here, so you are having the fish, and here you are able to find the title. So fish, if you observe here, the positions you are representing, first document consisting of at the second position the word fish, and first document at the fourth position it is consisting of the fish, and second document at the seventh position. So these are all the document number followed by the positions for the particular word fish. Here the title, you are just representing that how we are representing the title of the book started the fifth word. So that's what the starting, if it is start at the fifth word, you are representing fifth and ends before the ninth. That's why you are encoding it as a 5,9. If you observe here, so here you are representing this one as 1:1,3. You are representing this one as 1:1,3. And if you are able to find the next, they are also like that. So if you observe in this example how you are representing, so at the very beginning of both the lists, we see that document 1 has a title that contains the first two words. Document 1 has a title that contains the first two words, 1 and 2, ending just before the third word. It is ending just before the third word, Here, if you observe here once again, we see that document 1. So in the previous cases we have seen the document 1 as like this. So the document 1 and 2 ending with just before the third word. We know that this title includes the word fish. Because the inverted list for the fish tells us that fish is second word in the document 1. Fish is the second word in the document 1, as we discussed in the previous example. Here the extents, what it is representing here simply, so if you observe this one, this is only the concept you can understand. So the first document consisting of the second, at the second position fish, and here how you are encoding this one, so starts with the 1 and ends before the third word, so that's why you are simply representing. At the very beginning of the both the lists, we see that document 1, so the first document has a title that contains the first two words, so the first two words 1 and 2 ending just before the third word, ending just before the third word. That's what it is representing. One comes, we know that this title includes, what the title includes, the word fish, so that the title includes the word fish, because the inverted list for the fish tells us that fish is the second word in the document. The fish is the second word in the document. So this is about the extents, and the next concept is about the score. So as we already familiar that some of the components, while we are discussing about query process, as part of the query process we are having the ranking, as part of the ranking we are having the calculation of the scores and all, how we are going to calculate the score. Here what is the score, and according to the scores how the documents are represented. Here if you observe the importance of the score and what is the score. In the previous example, as we have already seen in the previous example about how a document with the title tropical fish, a document with a title tropical fish should be preferred over the document Martius. So if you see here, whenever you're trying to identify the particular phrase tropical fish, even though the title tropical fish is not there, there is a Martius there, and how it is going to identify for the query tropical fish, for the particular word tropical fish, even if the Martius document contains the words tropical and fish many times. So as we understand that even though the title does not match, it is going to identify the particular words tropical fish in the document Martius, how it is going to identify. So the repetition of tropical and fish many number of times in the document. So obviously we know that the score is more. Computing the scores that reflect this preference requires some complexity at query evaluation time. Here if you observe, computing the scores that reflects this preference requires some complexity at query evaluation time. So this will be important at the query evaluation time. And the postings, so if you observe the postings for the tropical fish, postings for the tropical fish have to be segregated into groups. So the postings, what are the different postings of the tropical fish is segregated into the groups. So we know which one are in the title and which one are not. So we are going to segregate those postings into the groups, and so that we know that which ones in the title and which ones are not. So which are present in the title and which are not present in the title. Accordingly we are able to find. Then what we can do, we have to define some score for the title postings. So there we have to start defining or giving some scores for the title postings. For the title postings we have to give some scores, and non-title postings and mix of those numbers together, and this needs to be done for every document. So this is we have to done for the every document. If you observe here, we have to define some score for title postings and non-title posting. For the both the title postings and the non-title postings we have to define the score and mix those numbers together. We have to mix those numbers together, and this needs to be done for every document. If you observe the example here, so we could make a list. We could make a list for fish. We could make a list for the fish that has postings like 1 3.66 and 3 2.2. meaning that the total feature value, so the total feature value for the fish. So as we know that the feature values, while we are going to talk about the abstract ranking model, we come to know how we are going to calculate that feature value. So there is a feature function that is going to assign, and the feature function is nothing but the mathematical expression. Simply it is going to assign some numerical value. That's what the feature value for the particular fish in the document 1 is 3.6. so here the feature value, we could make use of a list for fish that has postings like 1 colon, the first document having a 3.6, 3 2.2, meaning that the total word feature value for the fish in the document 1 is what? 3.6, and in the document 3 it is 2.2. In the document 3 it is 2.2, in the one it is 3.6. Presumably the number 3.6 came from taking into account how many times fish appeared in the title. So that value has taken as how many times the fish has come as a title. For example, the number 3.6 came from taking into account how many times fish appears in the title. How many times the fish appears in the title in headings, in large fonts, bold, and links to the document, So this is about the scores, and as part of it we are trying to understand what is a score and how it is representing, and for the title purpose how we are representing this one. And the last concept present in the inverted indexing is ordering. So it is already know that if the documents are having some of the scores assigned, then they are all sorted in the ordering according to their ranks or according to their scores. We have assumed that postings of each inverted list would be ordered by document number. So we know that all the postings, we assumed that the postings of each inverted list would be ordered by document number. They are all with the document number ordered with. Although this is the most popular option, this is not the only way to order an inverted list. So this, even though that is the most popular one, that is not only the way to order the inverted list. An inverted list can also be ordered by score. So this is the what? So the inverted list can also be ordered by the score, so that highest scoring documents comes first. So this is the one of the important point you have to remember. As part of the ordering, we'll come to find 2 points, that we have assumed that the positions of each inverted list would be ordered. The positions of each inverted list would be ordered based on the document number. Even though that is possible and efficient, we are not only having that only the way. So there is another also. So although this is the most popular option, this is not only the way to order an inverted list. This is not only the way to order the inverted list. An inverted list can also be ordered by score. So the inverted list will also be ordered by the score, so that highest scoring documents will come first. So the documents which are having high score, they will come first. So this is about the ordering. So with this we concluded the topic about the inverted indexing. As part of the inverted indexing, what we covered. So as part of the inverted indexing, we covered that what is the inverted index and what is the importance of the inverted index with the real-time examples. There we compared with the textbook, and at the end of the textbook how the index has arranged. That is one of the best example you have given for the inverted indexing. And as we have seen that we have taken a collection of documents or the sentences. In the documents there are a number of sentences, a lot of information is available, and whenever you are going to arrange the index terms present in the documents with the postings and the pointers, we have arranged very clearly, and we have seen that inverted indexes with the counts and inverted indexes with the positions, and we have seen that inverted indexing with fields and the extents, and we have seen that what is meant by scores and what is ordering. With this we concluded this session. Thank you one and all.